I'm live. Wow, and there's somebody already here, dude. It's early on a Saturday. You one person, wherever you are, I give you a thumbs up. You're one person that I thought would be here. I was sitting here this morning, I thought, what would happen if I showed up and ate a sandwich? Here I am. Summer's coming, kids. I think I'm going to lose the hat and shave the head. Scary thought. Catching up, guys. I'll have your comments here with me in a moment where I can see them. Or, as the case, oh, well, look, it's Roland. Damn it, Roland. Why in God's name? Why? Just why are you up this early on a Saturday? There we go. All right, I'll have the stream up in a minute. Before you ask, and I mean it, this is not a mukbang. This is a guy eating a sandwich. No weirdness. I ain't making no ooh noises. I ain't gonna moan. I ain't gonna rub myself. I'm just gonna eat the sandwich because I'm hungry. If I can get it out of the bag. Hello there. Still waiting on my chat to appear. It wouldn't be a video if everything worked correctly for us. It just wouldn't be. Oh, it's trying to sell me on the chat replay. Good news, guys. In the future, you can see your own chat when the video replays without me having to do anything. And you know I'm lazy, so I'm not going to do it. But now, that's provided you don't drop a bunch of F-bombs. If you drop a bunch of F-bombs, I'll just have to take it out. Q's not here to do it, so I'm safe. As I eat this meatball sandwich, I was actually looking for some input from the 5 or 6 people I expected to show up. Because we're coming into a new week, and I'm out of review ideas. I guess I got the spicy chicken I could do from BK. Seems like everybody else already did that this week. Let me properly position that so you can see it's a Coke. A little early. How's everybody doing out there today? You guys got big plans? Here in Arkansas, it's nice. I just got off work. I should be going to bed, but it's so nice I'm considering staying up for the day. Probably a mistake. What about you, Roland, if you're still out there? Big plans for this weekend, or you got to work? Yes, if you're wondering, it is a meatball sandwich. Once a year, and only once a year, I get some kind of sick need for a Subway meatball sandwich. I can't even explain it. There, finally, it showed up. Hello, Edge Jones. Hello, Roland Mendoza. Mr. Pete. Eat your heart out. Why are you up this early? Swallowing, J.M. Crave, Marcus Schenk, Travis Cortez. Shannon, why? Why are you up so early on a Saturday? Some of you, I understand. Nice. You didn't just get off work, you've been off work for over an hour. Well, I had to go order the sandwich, then I had to drive home. That's kind of just got off work. So anyway, when the sandwich is gone, I'm gone. I'm here just to do a poll or speak with you guys and see what you want to see reviewed this week. We didn't get the Taco Bell lottery. I guess Ian K didn't either because he was kind of hinting about it. And then I haven't seen anything from him. Apparently they're test marketing a couple new items. But I'll be damned if I can find them. You're having a meatball sandwich for breakfast. You know, I could just play up the myth, but actually it's dinner. Or late dinner, I guess. By the time I'm done with this meatball sandwich, I will not eat another one in 2018. I'll promise you that. Marcus knows. Meatball sandwiches are lit. If Q was here, Nah, he wouldn't tell you that. It's top secret, Mr. Crave. Top secret. I deal with the public somewhat, a little bit, kind of, sort of. Is Q in Cancun for spring break? No, spring break's 2 weeks away. His sister now is going to be coming dangerously close to Cancun very soon. I'm a little scared. Down there, down that direction, a lot of people, you know, getting their drinks spiked. And then waking up, or not waking up, with no possessions, naked in a gutter somewhere. I never had a meatball sandwich in my life until I was like 27 years old. They just look gross as hell. I mean, Subway meat. What do you... Is it sausage you think they're using? I've never looked. I didn't want to know. Or hamburger for the meatball sub from Subway. Yes. I know there's an invention called Google, but F it. I keep wanting to say bite too, but no, it's not a review. Anyone out there brave enough to eat a Subway sandwich? What do you guys eat on them? On the meatball sandwich especially. I only put olives and lettuce and salt and pepper. Firehouse Subs is a lot better, but Firehouse Subs has pride, and they're not up at 6 a.m. begging for my business. I stopped eating them due to heartburn. Drew Dude says, it's probably a mixture of who knows what. Well, I've heard that the bread was made of tires, so maybe the meat is made of bread. I kind of got burned the Sonic review we did yesterday. Q and I couldn't quite get behind the hamburgers. We were like very run-of-the-mill. It was on no signage, and I just didn't see it till after the excuse me. There we go. I didn't see it till after the review. Like 20% of the Sonic Slider hamburgers we ate yesterday were made of mushrooms. Sonic just randomly said, we're going to smash up a bunch of mushroom and insert it into the hamburger and make it part of the patty. What's up with that? The Italian BMT, one of my favorites. Sweet corn. See, I'm a pretty shitty food reviewer. Enlighten me, Edge Jones, because I don't believe I've ever seen sweet corn at my local Subway. Is it something you have to ask for special, or if I just overlooked it this entire time? Or is it something you add at home? Because I'll be damned if I've ever seen sweet corn at Subway. Ah, UK. Now I feel stupid. Is sweet corn like... What's that? The nasty stuff here in the U.S. You buy it in a can. Cream corn. Is it like cream corn? Is it like creamy and sweet? That's the stuff of nightmares, man. Or is it, I don't know, like clear with honey in it? Again, pardon my ignorance. Americans. I'm going to have to look into this sweet corn, though, and see if it's available in the U.S. somewhere. A Dorito. I've been searching around for something to review from somewhere that wasn't like Burger King, Taco Bell, or McDonald's this week, and I'm not finding much. I see some people doing like the little bitty pizza from Little Caesars, but it's basically a small pizza from Little Caesars. Dorito blazes fire. After that video, it's in the library. I think me and Q ate the 3-4 chips and we were done with that shit. His sister rolled up and just ate the whole bag. Just didn't even think twice about it. Sometimes she's more of a man than we are. Clear with honey comes in a bag in a grocery store. All right, I'm gonna look this up. And the 5 of you that will remember this, one of these days I'll just whip it out right in the middle of a video, throw it on a hamburger or something in front of you, and just watch him, you know, put that disgusting face up that he often does. Hi, Alan. How are you today? It's actually Subway. Subway is here to watch me eat their sandwich. Hello, Subway. Your picture looks like you're about to break in my home and kill me in my sleep, Subway. Please tell me none of you watch videos where people eat things for entertainment. I just don't know why you would or how you would. Who am I to judge, though? Maybe you could explain it to me in such a way I would understand, but I doubt it. It's my Subway face. I'll be making my Subway face in about 2.5 hours. You guys won't be joining me on that journey. Megan probably not very often, especially fast food. Never fast food. Chips, a lot. That's probably her main go-to. That's why she doesn't do much on here, because if you're predisposed not to like fast food, there's no point in reviewing fast food. Not gonna say it. It takes a lot longer to eat a footlong if you're talking. Normally, I would be done by now. Subway says that their meat is fresh, yet it comes in a bag. Well, maybe they mean fresh out of the bag. I mean, what really constitutes fresh? And they're already pushing it, calling it meat, right? Bag fresh. Hey, you're welcome. This sandwich was only $6. It was a bargain. No, this is not a paid ad. Yes, we have done 2 Takis reviews. In Fuego, I think. And maybe the Zombie, if those are brands or kinds. Why, thank you, Kaiser Project Zone. I can't pronounce your name. We'll just call you PG, PJ, Bubs for short. Got some really bad news today. I'm pretty bummed. For the first time in maybe 4 years, Q's missing our big music festival that we go to every year. Those of you, if anybody watched last year, I live streamed extremely drunk from the music festival. It was a sight to behold. That video, not to be found here. Mr. Happy's the god of food reviews. Mr. Happy, no. He's a guy that eats food and then tells you what he thinks. Cracking a cold one. At this point, ish. Ugh. Look at that. Fail. What a shitty deal. That's why I don't eat the meatballs very often. You guys have given me nothing in the way of what you want to see reviewed next week. How am I supposed to draw in all the viewers and make that fat dame money if you guys don't tell me what you want to see? And perhaps I didn't punctuate correctly. I mean fat dame money. Believe it or not, Drew, in real life, I've always been really good at insulting people in such a way that they didn't get angry at me. It's harder with a camera because it just comes through like a lot of pent up anger. But like if we're in person and I do it, people usually think it's funny and they don't get angry. I've only been punched in the face like 3 times from it in my life. I do it like hourly, so that's a pretty good percentage. Review an Oreo but only eat the cream. More comic videos. It's funny you mentioned that. Kind of working on something like that on one of those secret channels. They won't stay secret forever. I'm just trying to get them perfected before we unleash them. Do you think Dame will ever grow out of his get-rich-quick schemes that fail every time? You know what's interesting? The video's been demonetized. Like, 3 years ago, I did a video, Mr. Happy 0121 rant, and never before revealed. I was a little drunk. Where I basically said everything that everybody else said about Dame, but I said it on camera. And then if you went through the comments, I had people that were just like, oh, you don't know, you're jealous, you're a hater. You suck. None of that's true about Dame. He walks on water. He's the greatest man ever. And then, shortly after that, he had the Taste of Vision. No, that was whatever the first one was. Where he lined up all the creators and was going to have them submit videos for him. And these were creators that had a lot of subs and didn't need him. So I don't really understand. But we went on here and pointed out that the minute he started to get views, he was going to monetize it and make money. Now, at that time, I had never really revealed it. Gassy. But earlier that day when Q and I sat down, there were ads on those videos. Now, after we put the video out, went back and looked, he took them off. He had made something like 25 to 30 videos. Somebody help me out. Foodie Fam Network, it's still there. You can go look as I'm talking about it. He started this thing like in November, and he had something like 30, 35 videos up in 20 days. We made the video saying that he was going to scam everybody out of money. He went on Twitter, Periscope, and refuted it, talked a bunch of smack about us where nobody could see it, told us to come at him like men, and then, lo and behold, from that point on, from the day, you can go see all this, it's right there still. From the day we made those accusations, like 10 more videos ever made it to air. It just died. And then like shortly after that, Dame quit fast food. So could it have been that he was going to build this to make his food review money while he was quit from fast food? Just an observation, just a thought. When he quit fast food, you can go find this video. I went on record and said that he never helped a person that was smaller than him. He never did anything for anybody. And what's funny is if you go watch that video from 2.5 years ago, and what was happening to us at that time, losing views, not even losing views. Like we'd post a video, and the first hour we would see the views, but if you went to look at it, it showed like 1 view. Everything that was happening to us then and everything we accused him of then, like the new Dame showed up and he was here for the little man and he was going to do all these great things. Basically, like 4 months ago, he became the guy we said he wasn't. Super weird. And it's really funny to watch him struggle now and complain that YouTube is mistreating him and they mistreat people. When all the other food reviewers for all those years, he would say things like, oh man, nobody wants to see y'all. You just ain't got no skills. Nobody likes you. Stuff like that. But now that the same thing's happening to him, it's a conspiracy. It is kind of a conspiracy, actually. You know, YouTube isn't going to support more than one big name food reviewer. The minute Review of the Week blew up, Dame was toast, dead in the water. Chewing. Still chewing. We did review the signature crafted burgers from McDonald's. One of the rare cases, if you put in like signature crafted burgers, Mr. Happy, you'll probably find it. We had them before anyone because they test marketed them here. Burger King foot lettuce is not on this sandwich. Hey, once again, this sounds like I'm blowing myself up here. We bitched about Burger King lettuce way before anybody. Unrelated to the stream, what do you think of Poland? This is going to sound awful. I don't really think of Poland at all. I don't think of Wyoming. I don't know. I got nothing. What am I missing? Somebody fill me in. Have you watched Ken Dominick's drunk streams? I went back to Ken's channel like a week ago. It was the first time in a year or two. He's doing mukbangs, says the guy eating a sandwich in his video. But I mean, like, seriously, he's trying to do this. And you notice mukbang does not appear in the title of this video. Go right now and just right there, open up another window. You can hear the sound of my voice. And if you haven't seen it before, let me get you the name of the video. I used it in one of mine, the one where he tells the guy that he made more in the last 3 hours than this guy ever made in his life. And he's all proud of it, but basically Ken had spent the last 3 hours begging for money, and then he turned around and bragged about it. Drunk. Another guy that 3 years ago when we said all this stuff about them, people were like, why are you saying this? Where is it coming from? If you go watch one of the videos where we just laid it out about Ken, and then compare that person to what you see now, not what you saw then, pretty good batting average. That's why we never said anything about Ian K, except he's a sweet man. Very sweet. I just got up. I'm so horny. That's what it says. Your rant made me soft. What rant? The Dame thing? Dude, that wasn't even close to a rant. That wasn't even like tiptoeing toward a rant. KBD is a big homie. What about Nebraska? Cornhuskers? Football team? Don't take it personal, guys. I don't really think, like, I don't sit around and think of places and then think, like, things associated with them. Does anybody do that? No, I got nothing. What do you guys think of Nebraska? Let's see how that goes. I still have a half a sandwich. You guys still haven't given me anything to review this week. I'm not going to review horses. Here's your rant, Mark. Go find a rant. I'm not a monkey. And if you drop me like, I don't know, 10 grand, I'll give you 30 seconds of a rant. There's your rant. Spicy chicken sandwich. That's really the only thing we got sitting out there. We're not going to review the old man sandwiches that Arby's is putting out. We put out a couple weeks ago. Nebraska is all right. What do you think of Pluto? It's on the other side of my anus. Your anus? Both of our anuses. I did 2 of those, Marcus, over on the Instagram. They're still there. I did it in like a 1-minute format because really, I hate Diet Coke, and I didn't have much to say about them. There are 2 flavors of Coke, he says as he spits. There are 2 flavors of Coke out there I want to find. But Arkansas is weird. Either they'll get it super early or not at all, and it's kind of looking like not at all at this point. Review Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip is better on a barbecued hamburger than mayonnaise, but by and large, I don't like it. 43. Miracle Whip tastes metallessy. Here's a question for you guys. In my area, the $1.49, I'm sorry, the dollar double stack is a complete friggin' myth. It doesn't exist. You can get it in the 4 for $4, but you can't go order one anywhere that I've found in like a 60-mile radius. I'm seeing other people online saying the same thing, like a lot of places are charging $1.49. In my area, it is still $2.29 unless you buy it in the 4 for $4. Yeah. Travis, this is going to blow your mind. To my knowledge, there's one 7-Eleven in this state. Now, I know there must be more, but I've lived here off and on for a lot of years. The closest 7-Eleven to me is like 180 miles. If I'm going to go 180 miles for something, I'm probably going to go to In-N-Out. Not looking for the burger, Adam, but yes, in my daily existence, I do that often, and I've been to like 4 of them. No love. What do you think about the Premier League? I think it may be soccer. I watch one sport, football, and that's it. That's all I have the patience for. By football, guys with helmets, American football. I just helped some guy fix his computer. Awesome. Nick Nimmons has a new video, guys. He's live. It should be awesome. What's Nick Nimmons talking about today? YouTube news and subscriber hangout. He's going to tell you how to get more viewers. I love those. I love the videos that tell you how to get more viewers, and they have like 75 views. But Nick Nimmons, he's got it nailed. You know who should make those videos is PewDiePie. UFC. Okay, Subway, I'll give you this one. People have heard it before. I'm an old school UFC fan back when it was cool. Like the first 12, when it was on VCR tapes and you had to go rent it because you couldn't get it on pay-per-view. Here comes a burp. Back when, literally, go find one of these. I bet they're all online right now. They would take a sumo and put him against, like, Royce Gracie. You don't get it now. They have weight classes and rules and shit. Like, early on, UFC was literally blood sport, and it was awesome. Now, I'd rather watch wrestling because they can script it to last longer. Boxing. I like to watch heavyweights, and that's it. That will probably be cut up and used somewhere else at some point in the future. Lightweight boxing, even the greatest, it's hard for me to watch guys throw like 900 punches in 30 seconds and still be standing there. I don't get it. Or featherweight. Yeah, no. I did watch, what's his name? Money Bags versus the Irish gentleman. And as someone that watches wrestling, as I was watching that, I looked at Q, I was like, this is a work. There's no way this fight's going past like round 1, and you could tell. It was a smart business move on their part. Klitschko, oh. This will tell you what little bit of a boxing fan I am. He just had the fight in the UK, right? I think it went all 12 rounds maybe. Am I correct there? I don't know. That's the last boxing match I watched, so I'm not that big a fan, but it was a good fight. And there is a gentleman that watches a lot of our videos that would be on here talking about Mauro Ranallo, calling that. And personally, Mauro gets on my nerves. I wanted this so bad. I've like 3 o'clock in the morning, I started thinking about this. I was like, it's going to be so good. NASCAR, I respect them. I couldn't do it, but do I want to watch it? No. I'm not a sadist. I don't even want to watch people wreck, so I have no interest. Yes, Anthony Joshua. That's right. Have you even slept? No, but I didn't get up until 8 p.m. Central yesterday, so I've only been up like 12 hours. I'll probably be up like another 3-4 hours. I have a pretty cool video to edit for the Hidden channel. And then I did the morning sunrise, I think that's the name of it, from Chick-fil-A yesterday. I'm going to finish that up and then set it up to go out and then probably go to bed. Hopefully the downloader this time will get it in high def. Imagine my surprise when I woke up and the subway was in 240. I felt like such a fool. What the hell is that? Sounds like someone beating on the railroad tracks with like a shovel. Copyright-free music. You would love this. So awesome. That is some of the great tunes you get right here on YouTube. Let's put a stop to that for now. What you think of pigs? Pigs. Like Q's pigs? There is a small bug, a ladybug, and I stopped talking because I thought it was going to pass over the camera lens, but it stopped right short. Then it flew by. Welcome, bro. Where is Q right now? This is going to shock all of you. Q is legally an adult. I have no clue where Q is. That's an honest answer. As long as he's not in the morgue or in jail, kudos to him. Or the hospital for bonus. He had the unfortunate for him, the unfortunate problem of being born like in the middle of the year. So he's still in high school and he's 18. By the time I was his age, I done lived in my own house for like 5 years. 5 years? No, 5 months. Big difference. I don't know, man. He does his own thing. Hey, before you do that, what are you going to get from Subway? The wrap was good the other day if you add some like crunchy stuff to it. There we go. It's a secret. He's not going to tell me. Wow. That crappy copyright-free music, the guys beating on the railroad tracks, really filled the room. Hey, Alexa. Who's your favorite wrestler?
My favorite is definitely Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I think she's okay again. You guys heard that she went on like some kind of crazy laughing fit. I couldn't get that lucky. That would have been a great video. Surprise live stream. Yeah, it surprised me too. Let's see. Chicken bacon ranch melt. That is a good one. I'm going to have to stare at the menu for a little bit. You make sure that that grubby bastard puts gloves on. He's been doing who knows what in the back before you got there because it's early morning and there's probably not a lot of people there. So first have him wash those nasty hands and then glove them. Good luck, sir. Thanks for stopping by. You know, the other thing that I get like this where I really, really want one and then I don't really need one for like a year, Big Macs. I like Big Macs, but like one every 4 months. Did your server wear gloves? Hell yeah. This dude, he makes a great sandwich, but he's burned out. When you go to this Subway, you are making a personal decision to be patient. Now, like the first time you don't know, you go in, it's excusable. But the second time you go in and you see this guy, he comes through the door, he looks at you. You can count about 10 while his brain registers there's a person there. And he's like, hey, I'll be with you in a second. And then like the 5 steps it takes for him to go up by the cash register and get the gloves and put gloves on. Literally is 3 minutes. Now you go, oh, that's not long. 5 steps, a 10-step trip, full turnaround time, about 3 minutes. I timed him one day. He goes over, and like OJ style, he'll put the glove on. One glove. Two gloves. And then here's where he really gets you, because you're like, he adjusts both gloves again and takes the full 3 minutes. Awesome. Hey, Stanny G Media. I said hey until I figured out how to say your name. What do you think of Arby's Cuban? I don't. That's why we didn't review it. There's certain things I just won't, like corned beef. I know 2 different things, but I'm just giving you an example. Can somebody explain that to me? Corned beef? Anybody? Does anybody really like it? Like, give me some of that salty ass, nasty, rank meat. Put it on some rye bread. First time my dad went to Subway, he was lost at what he wanted. He had no idea what he was doing. My old man's talked crap about Subway for years. And then he finally went, and that fool be stopping every day for a Subway sandwich. Not kidding. He died of cancer, so don't eat Subway every day. It is kind of funny to think that someone's father, who raised them, is overwhelmed by like 5 kinds of bread and 20, pieces of vegetable they can put on the top of it. But it happened to my dad too. Pepsi gummies. Am I making those, Mark, or am I buying them? I'm almost there, guys. Make my voice crack. Make a video. You know, Mark, you should make a video. You've got all this energy, buddy. But, kind of like you guys are doing me, I did get the Burger King spicy chicken sandwich that I kind of was already going to do. I'll just say make a video, but not really tell you what kind of video to make. This is where it gets messy. I'd be willing to bet if we could do some kind of a breakdown where like the ingredients of this meatball would show up right here, none of us would eat this meatball. I understand that we're like half-assed food reviewers, so I never take it personally that you guys enjoy somebody else's food reviews more. I get it. But who are you guys watching besides Dame, KBD, and Joey, and Review Bra? Give me somebody else. You guys watching anybody else? I'll take that as a no. Or is there a delay? Perhaps. No. Kind of our goal was to be food reviewers for people that don't watch food reviews, so that's cool. You know, I talk a lot of smack about a lot of people. I never talk about Review Bra. I subbed him when he had 13,000 people. I knew that dude was going to blow up. How could he not? And it wasn't even that I enjoyed what he did. I couldn't even describe it. But I asked anybody. I took him around like, look at this guy. Watch this. And I'm at this time reviewing food. I wasn't even showing people my videos. I'm showing them his videos. For like months, people like, okay, guy in a suit, very good. What are you doing, Greg? I'm showing you this Review Bra video. I don't know. He was destined for greatness. I have a channel for that. I like soda reviews. That was pretty smooth the way you slid that in there. Thank you, Marcus. Andy, coming in with the endorsement. That's what it takes now, I think. Like the age of the same 50 dudes, middle-aged white guy in a car, reviewing fast food, is come and gone, I think. Even 50-year-old middle-aged black dudes come and gone. You got to be almost a character. Like if you look at Joey and you look at Report of the Week, those two guys like were custom built now to get over in YouTube as it stands today. Both pretty non-offensive. Joey, Report of the Week, very non-offensive. They're never going to have any ads pulled over anything he says. Joey has a problem, though. Joey has several problems. But, unlike everybody else I pick on, Joey, his personality is not his problem, or the actual kind of person he is, not the problem. So I kind of pick at him, but I don't go hard on Joey because I've had too many people tell me that without them sending him anything, he would take the time and send them emails and, you know, hey, good job, whatever, and not do it like where people could see it, like Dame would on the DL. So whatever I think of Joey is like watching his videos is one thing. I don't want to do that. But like as a human being, he seems to be a pretty quality guy. But I'm still going to make fun of him every once in a while. Kentamik, on the other hand, I'll just leave it at that. There was once a point where we railed on him so hard, like every day. I had to like step away, didn't mention him for like 6 months. Just couldn't say the name here on the channel. Did it myself. Dame is a crybaby. Is he quitting YouTube today? So here we go. Back to where we were earlier when I was ranting. After he came back, go watch the video where I said he would be back in 2 months from the day he quit. He was back in 50 days. And I caught hell from people again. Oh, Dame's done. He's not gonna. He's finished. Every time I say something about Dame, I get like a litany of hate from people. And then when I'm proven right, like very quickly, I go back. I'm petty. They won't answer me back. They got nothing. Everybody loves Dame. And then, you know. Then the next thing was CraveCon. We caught heat for saying that was going to tank. We said that pretty quickly as soon as we heard about it. It was kind of a no-brainer it was going to tank. Once again, people were like, you don't know, Dame's going to pull it out. He didn't pull it out. Well, he may have pulled it out, but I mean, the thing wasn't a success. No. Except for the part where it broke him and Ken up. So, it was a success. Dame's a politician. I'm going to tell you guys. He's smart. And you guys know who Beer Drink Shawty is from now on, BDS, because I can only say it that way once a year. I did it first, but me and him used to talk. After I was the first guy to badmouth Dame, he came along and did it better. And he would make entire videos. I just didn't have that much energy. I would just say, like, Dame sucks. BDS would make like magnum opuses of 5 minutes long of Dame sucking. And Dame made the best move. I was stunned at how, like, BDS finally got under his skin to the point where somebody, I saw with my own eyes, and I ain't gonna say who showed it to me, but it was out on a public forum. Dame snapped. And he clapped back hard on BDS on Twitter. Like throwing hands, let's meet up. But then he yanked that. He pulled it right off. It was gone. The person that showed it to me had a screen grab but wouldn't give it to me because you know what I'd do with it. Dame took it down. And it's rare for Dame to make a misstep like that. He's smarter than that. About 3-4 days later, BDS gets a call. It's Dame. You guys know the I owe you an apology video. That was the perfect checkmate. Because at that point, if Dame went hard at a guy with like 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers, he's a jerk. If he ignores him, this guy's just gaining on him all the time and just chewing him up. He did the one thing he could do. Apologized. Now, BDS looks like a huge jerk if he says anything against Dame again. Brilliant. Hey, I finished the sandwich. CraveCon. Oh, dude. Go back. There is a playlist, the CraveCon playlist, and they go to great pains to tell you that it's coming again the next year and nobody knows anything and all the naysayers. Love it. Our CraveCon rant got stuck in that CraveCon playlist somehow. And that video still gets like, I don't know, 400 views a month based off of the playlist of people watching CraveCon. And then right stuck at the end is us bashing it before it happened. And once again, we were pretty accurate in our expectations. Both, Andy. I am a third shifter, and I do enjoy a sandwich and a beer for breakfast. Because if you're a third shifter, if you wake up, it's 3 in the afternoon, people aren't sympathetic. Ain't nobody making you eggs. They look at you like you're crazy. I just had something pop up on my screen. It's almost that time, folks. I finished my sandwich. Camera's getting pissy. My cat's hungry. My beer's getting warm. Nothing wrong with a sandwich for breakfast. Thanks, Clarence. Clarence, one question before I go, just specifically to you. How long ago did you start watching? Because I know that you went back and watched a bunch, but I'll be in the weirdest places looking up stuff on our videos, and I'll see you back like years ago having watched a video. Kind of freaks me out. I had Hooters wings for breakfast. Would be awesome if they were like open right now. 3 years ago. That's how long you've been watching, Travis? God help you. Stanny G Media, please read my comment. Please read my comment. I can't speak. Not even one full beer, folks. All right, let me see if I can get to it, buddy. What's your favorite thing to cook? I like to barbecue hamburgers. Or grill. I guess that's the manly way to say it. I like to grill burgers. Perhaps some steaks. I have a channel for that. Who's the other guy in some of your drink reviews? Not Q. Stanny G. The guy in the ball is Guarna? I do remember Subway. Bro, you gotta like pick an alias and stick with it. To Ed Gein's credit, he's a little sensitive from time to time, but he's been Ed Gein for a long time. Subway crotch lettuce. Maybe. Well, Stanny G Media, that man is banned from this channel. He has moved back to Canada. He's a drunkard and an a-hole. Truly a blowhard. And I hope never to see him again. He will not be named here. I think I subbed a year ago. Okay, that sounds about right. I lose, you know, it's weird. People will comment and keep watching, or they'll stop commenting and I'll think they're gone, but they're still watching. There's a guy dropped a comment yesterday, Wyatt Bowler. I just thought he quit watching. He just got busy, quit commenting, but he's still been watching. He's been watching for years. Trust me, you remember a name like Wyatt Bowler for some reason. And I believe that's his real name. It's not like an alias. I've been watching for about 2 or 3 years. Daniel Orama? Daniel Orama. I don't think that's your real name. What was the first video you watched, Daniel? And why in God's name did you watch a second one? Adam says, my first video I watched of yours was Tombstone Pizza. We should do more stuff like that. You know, that's the thing about grocery store items. If you go to Taco Bell today and you get the hot whatever it is, the views that you have, say, by the end of next month are all the views you're going to get on that. You'll get a few. But things that just stay in a grocery store get views forever. you know, they won't get like tons of views, but you'll think like a bag of chips. If you go look at our Lay's videos, whenever they have the 4 or 5 flavors and we put them out, we'll get like 300 views the first week. I'll go back and check them later. They're like 10, 15,000 views because Lay's just keeps putting them out, and then people keep going and looking at the reviews. I've watched for 1 year. I hear we're about good for about 14 months, and then people get sick of us or we piss someone off. So we've still got a couple good months left, Marcus. Berkshire Bacon Lover. I had a channel, and it got suspended for some odd reason. It was called World of Stan. I read that as Satan. You are lit. Not even a little lit. I'm a little tired. The potato car key was my first. It helped me out as well. That was back when YouTube was fun. And I learned a lot from that video. Basically, when people give you a thumbs down and they think they're doing you some big disservice, or they call you an a-hole, all they're doing is helping you. Doesn't matter what you say, and it doesn't matter what you do with the thumb, as long as you do it. When people weren't getting angry enough with that video, I would insult them and they would come back and leave more comments. And then other people would come watch me insult people. That potato video was basically founded, I don't know how to explain it. Of course it was a troll, but it wasn't even the potato part of the video that was a troll. It was me just crapping all over anybody that would comment anything in the negative, and then they would like have 20 comments and bring their friends to try to comment me, and all they were doing was building the video. I don't think YouTube works quite that way anymore. I remember that, Travis. Was it the citrus one that I gave 100 by chance? I'm sure you don't remember, but I've only given out like 200-300s on this channel ever. And the original Game Fuel Citrus was one of them, and then they brought it back and they effed it up. Do you have a wife? I have 2 ex-wives, and if you put them together, they become a 7-headed beast that comes out of the ocean. Never mind. I have a girlfriend, though. She's pretty awesome. Yeah, 2 ex-wives. Here's the best part. Divorced twice, never needed a lawyer. Berry lime flavor. Oh, the Mountain Dew spiked lemonade. I didn't like those. Can we see her? I will tell you this. She is not awake at 8:30 a.m. on a Saturday. Oh. She appeared in one of the 4 or 5 New Year's Eve videos we did as I got drunker and drunker. Oh, the Central Time Zone video because she jumped in and gave me a kiss. I think that may be her only appearance on camera. Silver bullet. Yeah. Lawyers are scum. Work things out yourself. You keep more money that way. Exactly right. Can we see her? I don't know, man. That's kind of creepy. Only 2 ex-wives. My uncle is on wife number 9. If I would have continued to get married, that's probably the way it would have went. No more marrying for me. 1:30 a.m. Melbourne, Australia time. See, now that's a decent time of day. This, where I'm, it's 8:30 a.m. It's not cool. At least the sun's not blowing in here like it has like the last few days. That video yesterday, Q looked like, I don't know, it looked like he was irradiated. Say my name. It is James Horton. James Horton. I knew a dude named James Horton. I doubt you're the same guy. Sounds expensive. You have the best close-ups of fast food ever. You know, I kid about it, but at the same time, we don't really have, like, quality-wise. There's not much we do, so every once in a while, I will try on the close-ups, and people will never admit this, but I know when our close-ups have been ripped off. The one that is ripped off now, just like it just was always here. And that's the same. I don't like Ken Domick. But if you could take like 40 food reviewers and all they did was steal everything he did, like the wave that came after them, the one that I started in, anybody in a car was ripping off Ken Domick. They just like bought the manual. My big contribution to the fast food close-up was like burritos, hot dogs. People would bite them in the middle and then show them to you. We cut them in the middle and then stuck both ends in the camera. That was ours. Very proud of that one. We do okay. I appreciate that, Steven. How tall are you? This is a funny thing. I know I don't look this big. I'm 6'4". I'm like 250 pounds. I'm fat, dude. I'm not a little guy. But I'm not like Lex Luger or Hulk Hogan. I'm not like hugely muscled. I'm just a big, tall, fat guy. You are the godfather of the cross section. I like the sound of that. That could be used on a lot of levels. If I ever go into porn, I'm going to keep that one. See, that's the thing about Q. When he sits next to me, like a lot of times it kind of is the impression that maybe he's really short. No, he's really an average size. 5'10", 5'11". But when the guy next to you is like 6'4", food review got so much. Jay Loomis! You're always going to be Jay to me, Jay. You know what I mean, Jay. Lex Luger. God, I love WCW. If you want to be thoroughly depressed, go to Google Images, those of you that don't know, and just Google Lex Luger, and then look at him, and then Google Lex Luger now. Yeah. See now, you got me, man. 6'3", 285 is more impressive than 6'4", 250. Unless we're running a marathon. Dude's a crackhead. Oh, Lex? Man, he had a stroke. Leave Lex alone. Yeah, he... Allegedly, steroids are bad for you. Yeah, he wins the contest of still being alive. Let's see. Sting's in good health, though. Like, him and Sting come up together. Most of the rest of those guys, go find a picture of Barry Windham. It's like somebody took an air hose and inflated him. I'll tell you the one that gets me every time. I think he's getting younger. Is Goldust. The other day when he was on TV, no, I don't watch Raw, but I will watch the clips I want to see. They interviewed him back and he had like a flat top. He looked like 20 years younger. He looked better now than he did in like, I don't know, 98. Clean living. Andre the Giant. Scott Hall, another one, 8 up. Do you have GTA 6? Because of Q, we have every GTA and every derivative for at least 3 game systems. He only plays like 4 games. One of them's GTA. I get so much more enjoyment out of Scott Steiner now. I don't even need to see Scott Steiner wrestle. They have like those compilations of him just... I watch it now and I wonder who in the hell was giving this man a live mic, putting him on TV in front of 10,000 people and letting him say this stuff when he was obviously drugged out of his mind. There's one of these videos you can find on here, like if you type in something like Scott Steiner and lion. There was a guy backstage, he grabs a lion and just walks it out to the ring. Lion could have jumped up in the crowd and ate all these people. And at some point, the lion actually lets Scott Steiner know who's boss. The description's actually, you just see a clip, but then in the description it tells you the story. That dude was unhinged. You need to review Cult. We don't have one in our area, but I've had them. And see what happens with like Culver's. If they don't have anything new, son, my enemy. When I go there, I don't know what to review because do I review just like an item to have it like in our item playlist or whatever, or is there something that's the go-to? Like In-N-Out, you know, there's things you want to order there. I don't know enough about Culver's. I guess I could research it. Do vloggers have a future in wrestling? don't know. I hear you, brother man. For people that don't watch wrestling, I don't even try to defend it, but I will try to give you something entertaining. Just go type in Scott Steiner and watch that full talk. Or Memphis Wrestling. Go watch a 30-second promo where these grown men are from the 80s calling each other daddy. Let me tell you something, daddy. When was that ever acceptable in public discourse that you would walk up and call, I know now, don't start, but I'm talking about a man whose ass you were about to whip in a ring and call him daddy. Back then and now, yes, but different kind of... I wonder if it was a different kind of daddy. Huh. Cheese curds and bacon butter burger and root beer. You guys ever had the cheese curd burger from Buffalo Wild Wings? I know you're like, what? It's my favorite thing on their menu. Of all the things at Buffalo Wild Wings you can get, cheese curd burger, best thing they have. I'm going to burst your bubble, Adam. I just had this conversation with somebody. The WWF sucked balls until the Attitude Era. I couldn't watch it. As a kid, I hated Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and whatever the other thing was he wanted you to do. I flip over to TBS, you got Ric Flair. He's got women. He's drunk. He's got a limo. He's bleeding. If he ain't bled enough, he'll just start punching himself in the head, making himself bleed. He's throwing shoes around, shaking his junk at people. I'm sorry, even 10-year-old Greg knew that's entertainment. Hogan, no, couldn't do it. All the WWF ever did in those days was piss me off. I would see guys like Jake the Snake go up there and then suddenly he's got a snake. Or Coco Beware, the baddest man in Memphis, would come up, now he's got a friggin' bird. But I like some elements of the WWE now. I guess even when I was 10 in the 80s, before people knew what an internet wrestling nerd was and the internet didn't exist, I was one of those. If you want to enjoy the WWE now, here's what you do. Take a moment and think of everything you hate about the WWE. Okay? Now, stop watching Raw. Problem solved. NXT's pretty solid. People say what they want about SmackDown, but you get matches on there. And I would rather see Zayn and Owens any day than Reigns or anybody. And I can still watch them just destroy Matt Hardy's hard work on YouTube. Just cut out Raw. Then go to Twitch. And when you're not watching people play video games, go check out their wrestling selection. Because they have free wrestling on there constantly that's awesome. Like House of Hardcore, Wrestle Circus, Impact, AAA. Go check it out. I can't watch Raw for my life. It's just, I didn't even realize how much I hated wrestling until I quit watching Raw and I enjoyed it again. Okay. Hold on. Bottom half always hot. That's why I drink Coors Light, because the bottom half is kind of like Bud Light. I put me comatose, bro. I'm not going to get one of those big wheels and spin it, by the way. You know the wheel. The please give me money wheel. Please give me money. Get a mini fridge. We got 4 of them. I'm just... In the food review room, strangely enough, we don't have one. Hi, Dylan Norton. Hi, Dylan Norton. Dylan Norton. Doesn't roll off the tongue. Dylan Norton. I don't know. Screw the wheel. Just drink. Norton is now famous. Tell me why Dylan... Oh, okay. Ever since Daniel Bryan retired, I stopped watching. Go watch something else, dude. WWE's not the be-all and end-all. It's just the thing that aggravates people. Go find... There's good stuff out there. Hell, I didn't even mention New Japan. I know. Once again, wrestling nerd. With Jim Ross doing the commentary, it's watchable. If you have access, 12 people. Let's see. believe it or not, Impact is all right now since February 1st. And they have, Impact Wrestling has the show I'm most excited to watch on WrestleMania weekend. And that literally freezes hell over, because who would say that? On Twitch, 3 hours live the Friday before WrestleMania, they are doing a team up with Lucha Underground, where it's like one guy from Impact versus one guy from Lucha Underground. That's pretty friggin' awesome. Forget wrestling. Okay, give me another subject. Oh no, can't watch anime. I may lose you here. I have an aversion to anime. Yeah, just bring back the LWO. I think all those guys are dead or deported. Do you have Shipley's Donuts there? Yeah, we do. They're all independently owned, so they kind of are uneven, if that makes any sense. It says Shipley's Donuts, but it's not like Dunkin' Donuts where you kind of expect the same thing from place to place. How much money you have? Now you've made me sad. Say hi to a Hunter. Hello, Hunter. NBA. The NBA. I don't watch it. I did watch it for like a 5-year run when you had, I don't know, Meatball, Spud Webb, Dominique Wilkins, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. But I don't know, like, when you watch it now, it's kind of like mumble rap. It's just all like these dudes that kind of look the same. Did you watch Black Panther? I did. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a little overhyped. I think it almost hurts a movie when it's like so overhyped that like even when you're trying to like play down the expectations, that movie could never live up to what people are saying about it. I'm sorry, but I liked Thor a little more. Thor a little more. And honestly, I'm more excited to see The Strangers. I think it's coming up in the next couple weeks than I was Black Panther. But we live in an age of wonders, man. I don't care what it is. If you take that same Black Panther movie and take it back 10, 15 years ago, I would have been so excited to see that. I would have been like counting the days. It's just like we're almost spoiled. Even somebody that loves comic books, I have tens of thousands of them, dreamed my whole life of the day this would come. I can't even keep up with the TV shows. You know, you take the DC Universe on CW and then you've got like 15 shows right now. I can't even watch them all. It's great. Didn't expect... Yeah, you know, I really hope they make another one. I'm kind of fearful he's going to, like, die in the next movie. And he's, like, the youngest one and the most, like, enthusiastic to continue to play the role of the bunch. Dude was wanting out of Captain America a long time ago. Now, once he started getting some of that fat Captain America money, he rolled that back a little bit. But, you know, Thor, he never said he didn't want to keep playing him. MLB. If I were ever to go to hell, hell would be me in an elevator that is blasting Nickelback with a large screen TV playing baseball on all sides of me. I hate baseball. I keep watching Training Day on Flicks. I never watch Flicks. I see it, but I never watch it. Do you watch Triple X? Porn or the horrible movie with Vin Diesel? I would rather watch bad porn than both of those movies. Just so awful. Which is weird because people say the same to me when I tell them they need to go watch some Fast and Furious movies, which are awesome. They're just like, those are so awful. I don't know. I don't know what I see in one and not the other, but the last Triple X movie, yeah, I know you're probably talking about porn. You could see where they took the cookie cutout and went, we need a white dude, a Cuban dude, a da-da-da-da. And then they took it to Triple X and they just tried to use the same formula. Didn't work. Nickelback, nothing. I will say this, though. Someone has eclipsed Nickelback. Forever and a day, Nickelback was the bottom. The absolute bottom of the bottom of the bottom. But I have found something worse. Sam Hunt. For those of you unfamiliar with whatever Sam Hunt is trying to do, he's a country guy, or so he says, but then he plays some kind of a beat, and he doesn't rap because it doesn't rhyme, but he doesn't sing. But he's not like those old trucker guys like Red Sovine where they tell a story. He's just a white guy talking. He's worse than Nickelback. Sam Hunt. Don't look him up. Zeppelin's awesome. Before my time, I saw a Page Plant twice, though, as close as I'm going to get. I like some Eminem. When Eminem's good, he's good. When he's bad, he's awful. I'm one rotation before Eminem. I was big in rap music just before Pac and Biggie. Now, I was listening to it at that time, and like people now try to co-opt it and be like, oh, those guys were so awesome. My roommate at that time was the biggest Tupac fan, Native American gentleman. And if you looked at him, you would never think he would listen to rap music. He listened to Metallica, Tupac, and Kiss. And when Tupac died, this dude did not leave the house. He lost his job. He didn't leave the house for like a week. He can say that he was there and he was upset when Tupac died. I was like, that's a shame. I gotta go like make some money, get some hot dogs. Pac and Biggie are overrated. I don't know if they are or not. I just don't know. Because it's hard to say somebody's overrated or underrated if you were in it at the time. Because I could see their influence. I think NWA is way underrated. Ghetto Boys are underrated. I'm trying to think of people that are underrated. Scarface, Mr. Scarface and the Ghetto Boys, underrated. The thing about Pac and Biggie is time goes on, if they keep hanging in, it's not maybe that they're overrated or underrated. Maybe they're rated just right. Disturbed. I like Disturbed. I like the first 3 albums. And then, like, I'll tell you this about Disturbed. I have been in some of the most god-awful mosh pits you've ever seen in your life. I've been in, like, I don't know. I've been probably, if you guys pay attention, I go to concerts constantly. I have for like 25, 30 years. I've been to literally hundreds or thousands of concerts. I can't even count them all. The 2 worst mosh pits I've ever been in my life, Disturbed and Ozzy Osbourne. 2 very different ones. The Disturbed one, I was with a guy that's a bouncer at a strip club. He's like 6'2", but he weighed like 400 pounds. And he wasn't like muscle. About 4 songs into Disturbed, he looked at me and he said, I can't do this. I got to get out of here. They're going to kill me. So yeah, Disturbed, they were awesome. Gravediggers. They had the one album, and about the same time Gravediggers was out, Onyx. For those of you that like really just obscure music with guys yelling. Morning, Greg. Have a good weekend. Thanks, Matt. Now Rye's going to show up. Hundreds of thousands. You haven't even been alive that many days. Not hundreds of thousands. Hundreds or thousands. For instance, I'll go to a festival, and it's a 3-day festival, and say there's 15 a day. So at the end of the weekend, I've seen 45 acts. Now, if I'm talking about somebody and I say, well, I've seen them. After 30 years, dude, you don't remember. Like, the only festival that just stands out is one that I can point to and go, that is a singular event. Was awesome. Was a Lollapalooza I saw with the Ramones and Metallica headlining, and Rancid was there. And I don't know. If I thought hard, I could tell you all the bands, but it was super cool. But by and large, I could tell you specific things about shows, or I can tell you that like the Foo Fighters surprised me more than any band I ever saw. They were awesome. But Korn, I used to hate them. I did. I hated them so much. And then I softened on them over time, and now I catch myself listening to them. I've had tickets to see them twice and gave the tickets away both times. One time they were Disturbed, going back to an earlier conversation. My father had just died, and I thought, do you really want to go in a mosh pit? No. So I went to the park and pushed my kids on swings. Def Leppard I have seen 7 or 8 times, and they're coming again July 7th here with Journey. Def Leppard is consistent. What's funny about Def Leppard is the first time I saw them, I was on the floor, general admission, get right to the stage, like $18. The last time I saw them, I was not on the floor because there were seats, so what's the point? And I was on the side, and the ticket was $150. Like, somebody got in these fools' ears and said, you're worth a lot of money. I understand that, like, Metallica plays stadiums, and you're lucky to be in the building with them. But I've seen them 3 times. They're coming here in January, I think. January, February. And my girlfriend wanted to buy me tickets yesterday. 2 tickets, general admission floor, $400. Took that same money. I said, I can't in good conscience do that. But so we got 8th row with the same amount of money for Fall Out Boy. We got tickets to Bon Jovi, but they were cheap tickets, and I don't care. I've already seen him. And then REO Speedwagon and Styx. I know. But we literally went to 3 concerts for the price of 1 Metallica ticket. Yes, guy that loves Metallica, I do know. That one concert's probably better than those 3. Connor Michael. What, 760? Nice, I like that. I've been seeing Def Leppard so long. The first time I saw him, that fool did have 2 arms, and he'd been without like one of them arms for a long damn time. Go live on my birthday, November 23rd. You may have to remind me. Yeah, major price difference is right. Bands that have no friggin' reason with those, like Poison. Somebody told Motley Crue was another one. I understand they were going on their whatever tour. The last time I saw Motley Crue, the 1 ticket for Motley Crue cost more and was the worst seat I ever had for them than the 5 previous times I'd ever seen them. It's just like, okay, we're 50 years old now, so we're entitled to charge people like hundreds of dollars for a ticket. Honestly, I am more excited to see Fall Out Boy and Machine Gun Kelly than I would be Metallica because I've never seen them. It's rare that I can go to a concert with like 2 people I've never seen. Boston. I saw members of Boston. You're never going to really see Boston now because the lead singer committed suicide years ago. That's kind of like Styx. I've seen them with, what's it? Can't think of his name. Brillo Head. And then I've seen him with the Polynesian dude. And I couldn't tell the difference in that case. I've seen 9 Inch Nails twice. That's a good choice. It's a really good choice. If you're into that. First Riot I was ever at a concert was a 9 Inch Nails. Barton Coliseum. They had, they didn't even have a band open for them. They had a freak show open. The Jim Rose Circus. And like people were coming out and like nailing a dude's scrotum into a block of wood. That was the opener for 9 Inch Nails. Adam, if you've never seen AC/DC, you can't say they're overrated. They're awesome. Saw AC/DC twice. Never saw them. Not so old that I saw them with the original lineup, but I did see them with the Back in Black lineup. So did Q. Those days are done. What's his name? Angus's brother, dead. I just saw Judas Priest and Black Sabbath at Ozfest. I've seen members of Judas Priest. I've seen members of Black Sabbath, but I have not seen them as that. And I've seen Ozzy. Do you watch The Simpsons? Yeah, like every 3 years I'll sit down and watch the 3 years I just missed. I partied with that guy after the concert. Which guy? Marcus, The Doors are the greatest band ever. That's the only thing me and this dude agree on, and we don't care who agrees. It's just not open for discussion. Queen, I would dare say maybe he's the greatest vocalist ever. Have you seen Pantera live? I have. I'm trying to think of the name. They had... It was a great lineup, except... What's his name that was the guitarist? Dave Mustaine. I can't ever think of the band because I hate him so much. Dave Mustaine's band was there. Megadeth. And... Who else was with him? It was like a 4-band lineup, and everybody but Megadeth was awesome. Megadeth played just before Pantera, so that gave me like, I don't know, almost an hour and a half to go drink a lot of beer so I didn't have to leave. What's the next band you want to see? You know, honestly, just finally saw Blink-182, and I know it's not the proper Blink-182. U2, has always been on my list. There's not much else I haven't seen. I'm sure somebody will have, like, yeah, Megadeth sucks. Hate Megadeth. Bee Gees. Not going to make the Bee Gees. Never saw one member of the Bee Gees. I saw Marilyn Manson open. It opens the wrong word. They tour together and they alternate. I saw Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie. I was really there to see Rob Zombie. Manson was way better than I thought. Like, you want to talk about underrated? I had way underrated that dude. Now, I know what his music sounds like, but live, he didn't even have, like, props. On this tour, he had, like, a giant cross, and then he had a wind machine that would blow garbage back and forth across the stage, and that was the whole stage show. And he was still really, really good. Do you any weed? Do I have any? Do I smoke any? I don't know. Do I grow, like, in my garden? Before this show that I saw Marilyn Manson at, when he was red hot, like, he was at his height and people hated him, I was in Oklahoma City. I was moving to Colorado Springs from Arkansas, and I was stuck. I couldn't move, and there were picketers everywhere. There were people lining the streets, shutting down the city to stop Marilyn Manson from playing there. And I wanted to park the truck and go find tickets because apparently, like, Oklahoma City didn't want to buy the tickets. And my ex-wife, funny how that worked out, threw a fit and said I couldn't go see Marilyn Manson. Trent Reznor did kind of make Marilyn Manson, and, like, the stuff that was good early on is 9 Inch Nails cast-offs. I'm a big Trent Reznor fan. I like a lot of his stuff without 9 Inch Nails. What's the Facebook movie? Have you guys listened to that soundtrack? That's like some good studying / I don't know, building a project music. There was a ride at the Phil Collins. What's the joke? I've never seen Phil Collins, but laugh if you will. I would pay to see Phil Collins. Animals. Nope, never seen Animals. Is that dude even still alive? There's a good podcast, though. I just, his name, Animals, was Eric Burden. Is that correct? Somebody knows. There is a podcast that just started called the Rock and Roll Twilight Zone. And the first one I just listened to was about, the point of it was Jimi Hendrix murdered. And I was like, come on, that's kind of far-reaching. I'll be damned. I made a compelling case, and if it's something you can actually hear one of these things, one of these far-fetched theories, and then go look it up online and see that some of this stuff did happen, I'm all over it. You get bored, go check that one out. The next one, the one I'm about to listen to, is the Big Bopper Buddy Holly airplane wreck that we did 3 videos on once. How that came to be, I'm still shocked. I don't know. Favorite podcast? Man, I listen to a lot of wrestling stuff. I'm trying to think of one that's... I have some that I listen to that I really like if they have the right person. I like WTF with Mark Maron if he has the right guest. I like Chris Jericho when he's interviewing people that aren't in wrestling. A lot of times when he interviews wrestlers, it's boring. Stone Cold's okay if he's got the right person. I don't want to hear about him fishing and hunting. Thank you, Stephen Orland. Hello, Homer. The Day the Music Died podcast. Yes, that's the next one. I haven't listened to that one yet. I'm still listening to the fact that Jimi Hendrix was waterboarded with wine, and that's how he died. But I didn't know that he had none in his stomach and none in his blood. Now, the stomach's one thing. If you died and you throw it up, I guess I could see that. But how do you have none in your blood if you die of alcohol poisoning? Kind of curious. I think I'm about done, guys. Gary B. Nearchick is my second favorite. Okay. Gary V. Nearchick. What does Gary V. Nearchick? I bet this guy would know because he's vigilant Christian and what's Sticks, Sex and Hammer, Sex, whatever. You guys know. He listens to this off-the-wall stuff. He listens to it as comedy. I'll hear him laughing sometimes, and I'm like, what is so funny? And what are you doing, man? He's listening to a podcast. He's listening to Alex Jones, but he's not doing it. He's doing it as funny. I don't know. He's wired way different than I am. I waterboarded my girlfriend with farts. Hi, Heather. Long time no see. Where you been hiding? Hello, Jason. What's your sub count? Do we need to make more videos? WWF, maybe. Albert Rumpel. Did we just somebody push a button and we refreshed and just brought more people in? That's how these podcasts, that's how these live streams turn into 2-3 hours, because like people turn over and it's like a new bunch of people, and I feel like horrible just like leaving you guys because you just got here. And then everybody that was here was like, this guy won't shut up, and they leave. 90 minutes ago, I ate a 12-inch sandwich. It was awesome. You should have been here. But now, thanks to the new whatever they've done, your comments appear. And when you watch the live stream, you can see the comments you were making to me. I guess that's why they did it. I have 5,069 subs. I guess we better get to making videos. You better get burning off those videos we made you, Jason. Chicken bake. What's the bread, man? You going white, wheat, special? What you got? You guys should have been here. Heather, you missed. You missed me eating meatballs. That many of them. White. White. If you go on this time of day, the bread's still fresh. It's the best time of day to go. No matter what they tell you, it's always a crapshoot anytime after like 11. Hey, man. What's up with Q and Hollister? It'll be back, Heather. You can check it out later. I don't know. They accept his credit card for one thing, and he can do it from the comfort of his room. That is probably the most honest answer about Q and Hollister. Yeah, come to think of it, that's about it. He is super, 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 super. I won't use the word picky because, you know, if I say super about things. Me and him went clothes shopping once, and he needed a pair of pants. One pair of pants. We were in a place for 3 hours. We were in the place so long that the store detective was following us, thinking we were stealing, because nobody takes 3 hours to buy a pair of pants, except Q. So I'm so pleased that Hollister's there and he can just buy stuff. Wake Q up. Q's not here. Earlier, he is an adult. He's 18. So he's out being an adult. Skinny, no, he don't rock the skinny jeans. That's funny. I don't think I've ever seen him wear a pair of skinny jeans. I watch your videos every day. Thank you. We make our videos most every day. Skinny jeans, man. Are we far enough? Do people still wear skinny jeans? Is that a thing still? Are we far enough away from that we can go back to making fun of it again? Horrible. Thank God for the game. Was it the Hollister that cost you with him? Was that it or what? Nah, man, he's got some kind of weird, like, I don't know. I rock skinny jeans better than anyone else, says Adam Reinert. Reinhardt. I remember seeing some of W.C. Fields' movies as a kid. Jason pulling from yesterday. Yeah, Hollister. You know, what is there now? Like, all those places fell. Y'all can say what you want. I will keep Aeropostale in business purely for the hats. I went in there one day years ago before it was they went like, and then they went like this, and then like hillbillies started wearing Aeropostale. I went in there and put a hat on. I was like, this is the best fitting hat I've ever had. Across from them is what? Lids, where it's like $30 a hat. Here we are at Aero. I don't know. That time the hat was like 12 bucks. I bought like 6 of them. If I catch a different color, like a darker color, I'll go online and just order them in bulk. I don't even care. I don't need a design on it or anything. I just like the shape of the hat. If you wear a hat backwards, dude, they can come out looking real dicky. You can look like a chef because they're like too much hair, or then they come down on your ears. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but Aeropostale, they suck, but they make a fine hat. Too much money. Toys R Us going out of business. Yeah, they are. That sucks. Wake up, Megan. Megan, also 18 years old, not here. I like my hats not covering my ears. My brother's not watching, so I can savage him. He still to this day has not learned the fine art of wearing a hat. If it's backwards, and man, nobody wears hats backwards. Stop doing it. Like, I'm the only person that's been doing it consistently since it was big in the 90s. He will wear a hat backwards like this. Except he gets misfitting hats, and so his ears are like this. And then he walks around. To the point that I'm not even the guy that gives a damn what anybody does, but I find myself wanting to correct the hat constantly. I'm not going to lie, Andrew. I've never tried an American Eagle hat. I'm trying to think. They make some fine briefs. And boxers. Or boxer briefs. I work graveyard like you, but what time do you go to sleep? It really depends. I get into cycles. Right now I'm in a bad cycle where I go to sleep at like noon. And that sucks. So then I get up at 8 and I have to go pretty much right to work. But if I was to go lay down right now, I couldn't sleep. But when I get in another extended period of time off, what I'll try to do is adjust it back where I'm dead tired when I get off work. That's the best. Because then you can sleep like 9-10 hours and still be up by 4 or 5. How long have you been working graveyard shift, Rick? It's an acquired talent. Not very many people can do it. Everybody thinks they can until they try it. He's tall, and he's thinner than me, and he is single, and he's 12 years younger than me, but he's stupid. Do you know your ethnic background? I don't. I know that's horrible. I don't. Kind of like I don't know how to explain it. Like, I know a big chunk of it is Irish, believe it or not. Says the guy drinking. But like, if you look at me, I'm not your traditional Irishman. Bigger than normal chunk is Irish, but I don't really know. My average sleep is about 5 hours. That's about mine, but my average stay in bed's about 8. Is he ready to mingle? I get it, single. Yeah, sadly he is. I don't want to know about him mingling. Did you get a lot of snow? We have not gotten snow here, Jason, in 2 years. I'm a little bummed. Do you wear earplugs when you sleep? They help me from my neighbors. No. You guys have seen videos in my room. You go see a video and there's background of nothing but books. I have no windows because I've covered them with bookshelves. Year-round, 24/7 in my room, I keep fans going. I keep 2 fans going. Literally, like a dog could stand right outside my window and bark all day. I can't hear it. But I can't sleep without a fan, so I've kind of myself. I'm 100% German. My life is awesome. In high school, growing up, my very best friend, his grandfather, and this wasn't why he was my best friend, it's just how life happened. His grandfather was in the SS, and his family was still like dealing with that. It was a little, yeah, different times though. But he was a good dude. 50% Irish, 25% Italian, 25% English. I'm probably something like 30%, 37% Irish, and then 1% like everything else. Books is good as hell yeah it is. Books and DVDs because like I've got, I don't know, geez man. Next time you see a video where there's books or DVDs, just look. I got a lot. And I don't watch them anymore, so I might as well use them as insulation. Did you get an A on your test? Me or someone else? Happy birthday. Happy 18th birthday. I can't tell. So you're a man or woman now. You can do what you want. Don't take any guff from anybody. If your parents tell you to clean that room, tell them to get bent. You're 18. Man, damn right you're a man, you're 18. Don't take any guff from anybody. Somebody wants you to clean that room today. Nah, son, you're a man. You clean the room yourself. That's what you tell them. Probably not a good idea. Wait till you have like somewhere to go. Before you say that, then say it. Yeah, you're a man. Give him the middle finger. Give them both. See, somebody should have given Q that advice when he turned 18. I would have loved to see how that worked out for him. No one from Vermont is watching Jason because people from Vermont suck balls. Yep, nobody's watching. I'm watching from France. Are you really, Max? Are you really? What about Massachusetts? Don't know. I don't have anything against Massachusetts because they don't turn up as 0 in our analytics. Texas is huge. Like, Texas and California watch like 50% of our videos from the U.S. So God bless Texas. Minnesota, nice. Detroit, Oregon. I'll have to look that one up, Rick. You may be one of few from Oregon. What about Cumberland? Where's Cumberland at? Dude! The one and only time I ever went into Mexico, I went through Brownsville. It was New Year's Eve. Actually, it was New Year's Day at that point by the time I got there. I had rode in the back of a pickup truck for 8 hours. I was a stupid teenager. We didn't pay insurance at the gate, and we just drove on into Mexico, thinking not a thing in the world was wrong. Underage, bought a lot of tequila, hung out, and drove back. Little did I know that once we drove over that border, we were screwed. It's good sometimes to be completely stupid when you're young, or to know not to go across the border. Yeah, I have no idea why you guys are up either. Houston. Were you in a dumb question? Were you affected by the flooding, like personally, your home or anything? RA? Cucumber City. Look up Cumberland. Cabot, Arkansas. Nice. I'm in Arkansas, sir. Arkansas is great, but my time here is probably growing close to a close. I think I'm going to take my ass back to Colorado where I can see mountains in snow, and we can get some different restaurants for the reviews. And of course, PA. No, fortunately, none of my close family were. That's good. Brownsville, Texas, at one point, going back to Brownsville, when I was really young, I drove through there with my dad, and that place got leveled by a tornado. Like, we were driving through, we were going, I think, to Dallas. No, I don't know where the hell we were going. I was little. What I remember, though, is, like, buildings were gone. The pipes were still up. Like, the pipes were there from the buildings, and water was shooting out of them, but that was all there was. Like, in Arkansas, we get hit by tornadoes all the time, and it's just like a debris area. In Brownsville, on that day, there was nothing. There was no debris. Just shit was gone. Like, except for the cement where the buildings were. Freaked me out. Colorado is nice. Minnesota is nicer. Well, Heather, you may have won that battle when Prince was alive. Mingleville. Give way, GTA. Want to move to San Antonio. San Antonio. I've only been there like twice. Not for any great length of time. You kind of have to have a reason to be in San Antonio. It's not just where you end up. Someone prove me wrong. How would you just end up there? Like, airport, but I mean, is there some way you would be passing through? If you're going west, you shouldn't end up in San Antonio. You probably did something wrong. Did not know that. Yeah, man, ask somebody or look it up. How long you been there? I'm probably talking like 35 years ago. I ended up in France from California. I got family there, though. Now I'm just giving you guys voices. I only do like one imitation. It's my crappy Q imitation. This is a shame you guys can't see the comments that pop up for the other videos. Travis Cortez says 19. Damn. I'm old. What is it with you guys? 19 years old. Well, nah, man. When I was 19, right now, I was hungover and asleep for at least another 7 hours. Thanks, Jason. That made me feel better. Finally, somebody older than me. I'm Q, and I wear skinny jeans. You're lucky he's not here. He blocked somebody yesterday off the channel. First time ever. I was shocked. Shocked, I tell you. Do a Q impersonation. See, the thing about my Q impersonation, it's... Okay. Here's how I do a Q voice, and I understand it's not cute. I'm Q, I'm gonna drink this beer, it's gonna be good. See, that's not Q, but whenever I do him and he's around, that's the voice I use. Before his voice changed, I used to just like do a really high-pitched, like, horrible thing, but I just like, I don't know, like Beavis on steroids, like down here. I don't know why he has a Q voice. Review Q. Monotone and shy. You know, here's the thing about the shy deal. People get that a lot from the food review portion. Go watch him when we can be unedited, like on Facebook, where a lot of the videos end up where we have to cut him off. He's not shy. Fuck, I wish he was shy. He is really, really good at saying things that will get us knocked off of YouTube. He literally is like a generator for things. Doesn't even mean to be. I bet Q would get an 89. So like when we're sitting here eating, neither one of us, I told somebody that the other day, it's just like, that's probably why we're honest. Because we're not that enthused to eat food. Then why do it? Well, why not? It gives us a meaning or a reason to keep making videos, because if we were just going to make videos and sit down and talk, it's way harder to do until you get the camera on. But once the camera's on, things will happen. But if we don't have the food to drive us to it, then we won't do it. Trying to think of how Butthead used to sound. I would ask you guys to do it, but I can't hear you. No. Can't do it. But Beavis, yeah, Beavis was... That's probably close. A really shitty Beavis is my Q imitation. I appreciate you guys giving me time to digest my food. I'm probably going to go shotgun this last beer to get it down. And when I say shotgun, the old school, where you take the ink pen. Can't do that on YouTube, because that is considered some form of abuse, and I'll get like LA Beasted out of here. But this is the right temperature. Never do that with a beer that is cold, because first of all, it will kill you. It doesn't even have to be that cold. It will burn your throat. Teeth that don't have cavities will hurt. Something about shotgunning like that, it's monstrous. A question. What percentage have you been hurt on money since YouTube changed? On this channel, I'll try to give you an answer without lying. And if it's incorrect, it's not, I don't mean it to be. On this channel, we've been hurt like 85%. Fact. But if you take what we're making now and compare it to what we were making then, it's about 40% less, because I have other channels. And those videos, the reason we don't promote them here, they're purely made to make money, basically. There's no other thing. And I don't even do it, I think of it more like a contest. I like to make videos for views, just to see what they can do. And when I make them for views, people are like, well, then it's clickbait. No, I try to make a legit video for what you want to be done and get views with it. I can't make that like make sense, but it's kind of a skill. These videos here where you're reviewing food are a lot harder because you're making the video you want to make and then you expect people to come to you. Anybody can get millions of views on YouTube if they go to the people. If you find out what people need and then make a video that covers it, title it in such a way that that's what they're going to look for, you'll get millions of views. It's not a big deal. It's not like rocket science. It's genius to do what you want to do and have millions of people come. That's the trick I can't seem to crack. And never will with food reviews. Reckless eating just was never going to win. And I love those dudes to death. Zion's a good dude. But literally, they are what YouTube wants gone. And that sucks. Max S. I answer this one once in a while, and then I wait like 6 months to answer it. If you look right now, KBD is a perfect example. What can KBD do to bring in more people? Now think about this, and I'll tell you why we do things the way we always have. He started when I started 4 years ago. If you turned on his video, he had like 4 cameras. He's got music. He's got corny, bad, awful special effects, but he's got special effects. He's got catchphrases. He's got everything. Okay, so now you have everything. And what you do is review food. So after how long? How long do you watch a man in a car eat food? Weeks? Months? Years? Even years. Sooner or later, you're going to be like, is this all there is? Because you've already got all the camera angles and the music and the replays and everything. I told Q when we started, I said, go back. Here's you go, well, man, you guys are low tech. We used to do, I said, the first 50, 75 videos we're going to do in one take. We're not going to cut anything. If we misspeak, we misspeak. Nobody's watching anyway. Who cares? And we did. The first probably 100 videos we did food reviews, one take. No music, no nothing, bad camera. Then I said, okay, if we really misspeak, I'm going to take it out, but it's going to be jump cuts, dude. Don't care. Just take it, throw it. No softening it. We occasionally soften it now. But my point in all of this is we still have somewhere to go. If you go look at one of our videos now, as opposed to one of our videos 4 years ago, and I know that we're still about 8 years behind everybody else, but it's by design. We all have the same software. We can all run it through the same thing and make it look the same. Now, people like Ian, he works hard, and I don't have no intention of working that hard. But you're run-of-the-mill, normal guy like Happy Man Snacks was. That's just software. But my thought has always been, if we give you the best we can do, technically, well, then we're just reviewing food. And you never see an improvement. You never see anything change. It becomes stale. So we purposely drag our feet. We're probably 8 years now behind in graphics what people could do. What we do, people were doing 8, 10 years ago. But if you go back to our first videos, that's what people were doing 8 to 10 years before. That's my answer for why we don't put more production value in. If people say, well, that's just an excuse to be lazy, or that's this or that, say what you will, but pretty much everything that I've looked at as far as YouTube goes and food reviewers has kind of come true. And if we do something now, the simplest thing, people go, oh, you had a little music in there. Other people have to drop 10 beats just to keep normal. If they don't do that, then people complain. Whereas if we do the simplest thing, people think it's great. That's my answer. Got the munchies. Yeah. It's been a minute. Been a while. Casual gamer Reed. I can't figure out how video games, man. Kind of like why do we have subs? It's not from food reviews. He has video games that he does. In fact, the food review, like I believe if you go to his channel, and you could probably prove me wrong, but that's not what you see when you go to his channel predominantly. I think it's video games where it used to be. And that's where his people come from. Some reviewers just overdo it on the FX. And again, once you overdo it on the FX, people don't know it. They don't even realize it, but they just become numb to it. And then they expect it. And when it's not there, they miss it. We have so much like silence. Earbuds, you go watch a video from 2 years ago. If we're not speaking, it takes a moment. Your brain don't want to get used to it. Earlier, like an hour ago, the thing was playing music, and it was a big difference when I shut that off. I don't know how to explain it, but kind of personally, I don't want anything to distract from what we're doing. If we got music or special effects, then you could just watch anybody. Us, if you're here, God bless you, you're still sitting here. It ain't because we're doing anything flashy. You're literally here just to see us. Big ego. Or the food. But once the food's over, if you're here, you're really here to see us. Where other people, there's times I'll catch myself just watching like crap. And then once you're tired of the graphics, you're done with them. Dane's outros are a little over 30 seconds now. I used to give the endorsement a hard time because he didn't have anything kind of like me for the longest. And then I put a stopwatch on and I was like, oh man, you're milking people out of another 23 seconds doing this. And he was, that wasn't his intention. He doesn't think like that. But to me, if we ever did like an intro, it'd be 3 seconds. People with like an 8-9 second intro. Why? Why? And that's right up there with watching a food reviewer go to the drive-thru and order the food. Like, that's another one that bugs me, and then other people love it. Personally, I'm watching you so I don't have to go sit in the drive-thru. That's why I'm watching you. Again, just me. Adderall. I try to keep my videos simple too. Jason, you win. You do it very well. Well, Zion does all the time, but like, you think Dane's gonna ask us? No. KBD? Nope. No. Trying to think. We probably we get asked often. And I would do it for us. You want to see me on some videos? Go over to Jason's channel. I'm on a video today. I will go somewhere. Trav tries. I will go somewhere where maybe it helps them. But I really have no interest in making videos with somebody with more subs than me and helping myself. Fortnite. Yes, Fortnite. I'm trying to think of something nice to say about Fortnite. I'll have something before the end of the video. I love Leon Lush intro. Yes, that's a good. 3 seconds is about the magic number. Number 6 with cheese. Do they make good videos? I believe they do. Next. Has anyone ever been tempted to add peep this out when ordering in a drive-thru? No, but sometimes when I'm in public bathrooms, I like to randomly say, I gotta pee this out. True story. They seem cool as hell. See, this is a thing with me, and it's not with nobody else, and I try to explain it to people. There are people that come to YouTube for various reasons, and I don't begrudge them. I just don't want nothing to do with them. There are people that come here to make videos, which is what I've come here to do. And there are people that come here to make money. I don't see anything wrong with that, unless you're asking for it, which I hate. And then there are people that come here to use this as a flotation device or a stepping stone to get off of this platform as quick as they can and disown it completely and then go somewhere else and forget everyone that was here. 3 kinds of people. And if you look at who you're watching and what they're doing, it's always kind of obvious what kind of people we're speaking about. And again, who am I to judge anybody? I'm just saying, if you're here to use YouTube to springboard to your TV show or whatever, more power to you. But I'm not stupid. I know the second you're gone, we're all dust in the wind. You were just here to step on us to get away. So why become attached? So, awesome. Dude perfect. What's his name? Dude with the orange. Whatever. Awesome. But, you know, again, as far as like do I wish them on a plane into a volcano with Dame KBD and others to be named at a future date? No. I just, personally, I don't want to like invest any time in them and then they bail. I'd be bummed, so I'm not going to bother. This channel? Yeah. Most of the time, this channel's goal for me is to sit here and whether the camera catches it or not, make him laugh. If I make him laugh and it's legit, it was a successful video. If I don't, then I wonder what I did wrong. And then when he's not here, it's just to hang out. That's it. Oh, I thought you said you had to go have a stressful Saturday, but I'm gonna go rest pretty soon. Yeah, the channel doesn't have a goal other than to shit talk people and just be here. It's kind of what people want it to be, I guess, or not want it to be. See, we've almost gone 2 hours. I was just gonna eat a sandwich. I appreciate you guys getting me tired though. I think I'm about there. I still have to shotgun that beer. Maybe I'll videotape and put it on Facebook, but I know like 3 of you guys have the Facebook, and it's not like I'm a Facebook shill. It's just like, if you guys gave me another place where I could put stuff we can't put here, I'd be happy to do it. Snapchat every once in a while, but you know, it's like 9 seconds at a time and it's not really videos. I like to go on Snapchat late at night when I'm pissed about stuff and unload. If you ever just want to hear a guy just rant, that's your go-to. Facebook, we just put stuff over there, and I keep waiting for someone to come say, you can't talk about that, or you can't do that. Facebook doesn't give a shit, man. It's like nobody's running the train. Let's just go it, and we just post whatever we want over there. Thank you. You know, when you don't have anything to lose, Rick, it's easy to be honest. If you're here specifically to make money or to get subs or to go to another platform, whether you want to or not, you're constantly watching what you say or what you do because you don't want to offend people. And that's entertainment now, but I wouldn't want to do it that way. I like doing what I want, saying what I want, within reason. We can't drop as many F-bombs. And we can't talk about certain things in history, but we have the other channel. Not the other channel. Facebook. Taste Division. We never even got there. Ugh. I'm putting together a video in my spare time, and I don't know that I'll ever put it on YouTube. I've been working on it for like a month. I'll work on it like 5 minutes a day, every 3 days. And I am at the Taste Division portion of this video now. It starts way back with the first time Dame and I ever got Okay. Sorry. The first time Dame and I ever got sideways with each other, and then going back and forth, and I'm now at Taste Division, where we draw the parallel from the first thing that he did, Foodie Fam Universe, where he had Ken and Matt Zion and Joey and all these people that were there going to welcome this new channel, and they were excited, to where you get to where he has Taste Division. Did any of you guys go check that out? Oh my God. Oh my God. It was like family reunion at the trailer park in Kentucky Day on that channel. He couldn't get none of those people. No one showed up for him. They all learned the lesson from the other thing. But yeah, I'm making a video one day. It'll be entertaining. And I'm currently at Taste Division in Dame's career. Max, You're crazy. Redstone wants a sandwich. Don't get the meatball, bro. What is your Snapchat? Mr. Happy0121. Facebook, Mr. Happy0121. Instagram, Mr. Happy0121. We're there, bud. And when I say oh, it's a 0. I just think over time we pick and choose who we want to watch. A lot of the time it's the personality that wins out. Dude, it kind of has to be. That's like Dane's thing was like food reviews are dying. Nah, man, it's just a flimsy premise to begin with. And if you don't want to see the food item that day, what brings you to the person? And if you've been watching fast food reviews for 4 years, what else can you watch? What else is there? What can they do to a hamburger that you need to see a guy from 4 angles eat it? Yeah. Do a Q&A with Q next time, please. If you get really bored, there is a 4-hour live stream in our playlist that he and I did. Kind of sitting here like this, and we just went. And that's as much as you're ever going to hear him talk. By the time the video was over, he was like, he had a hard time getting up. It's hard to sit in a still folding chair for 4 hours. He panics. Dame just doesn't have it in him to, go the same course for 20 videos. He can't do it. If things change in the least, then he says YouTube's out to get him. But see, that's where him being spoiled come in. Everybody that has a regular channel, us lower grade people, Jason's down here in the pits, he knows. Every time you figure out YouTube, they change the analytics on you. So where you tag things and you title them to get views, just about the time you've got it, you go, oh, they change it. They change it twice a year. And then when they change it, it is always like a hard left from what you're doing, and your views go like this, and people take it very personally. I did the first like 5 times, I didn't get it, and then finally you see the pattern. We're probably due. They don't do it like the 6 month and 12 month. They do it kind of weird. But we're getting close. We're getting real close to another one happening. And that's how sometimes people blow up out of nowhere. You'll have people that have had channels a long time, and then suddenly, boom, kind of like Review Bra. Now he had a confluence of things at once, but even before he went on Tosh, he was starting to go up. He got caught in an updraft, and he was likable enough that he went. That's the only hope I tell people that have been doing this a long time that haven't hit yet. Sooner or later, if you keep plugging away, you'll get your chance. Now, I can't guarantee you people will like you. Review Bra is a human being, but that's perfect. That's what YouTube wants people to be. They don't want people to have personality. He has personality. Don't misquote me on that. I don't mean it like that. They don't want people to have a multifaceted personality where they could offend someone. Who in the hell is going to get offended by Review Bra? He can't even offend me. Everybody offends me. This dude does not. He's perfect. Now, Joey, on the other hand, Joey's interesting. Go follow his Twitter. Once in a while, Joey has a little bit of rebel in him. He'll just take and throw a hand grenade into a chicken house once in a while, figuratively. I always wait for the day. I don't watch his videos, but if he ever does some of the things he does on Twitter, on YouTube, I'll hear about it, and then I will go watch that video. And if you're wondering what am I talking about, I'm saying that he says stuff that's like political, like heavily political once in a while, just like out of the blue. And the way the climate is, man, that just piss off a bunch of people. I'm fortunate, I think, that I don't have a political leaning. I think both parties suck. So I guess I could just piss off everybody. It's awkward to type from this distance. All right, guys. I think I'm going to bail. I think Joey is a low-key, a mean dude. I saw a video the other day. You can find videos all day on YouTube, and I don't know where people get this footage. Like extras, like if me and Q had kept the camera rolling and then people get a hold of like what we're saying in between cuts, you can find like videos of Joey's voice changing and say he's in a car woo-woo-wooing, eating a sandwich and somebody rolls up on him. Yeah, he does kind of like switch it a little bit. It's interesting. You can see it change. You can't handle hot foods, Jason. Hold on. What? Would you be on an episode of Hot Ones if invited? I would love to be on that show. I would go do that. You know, the hot thing with me is I never know. Certain kinds of hot I can do, other kinds I can't. I can be sitting beside somebody that can do hot and then do it way better. Then certain spices just kick my ass. But I'd go do it just because I know a lot of people that watch that show. I don't watch it. I'm going to go do the shotgun. And I think I'm going to video it and put it somewhere. Good night, guys. Going to check Jason's channel out. Jason, I love you, but here's the thing about Jason, Andrew. I'm never going to steer you guys wrong. Jason does his own thing. And I don't endorse anything Jason does other than Jason being Jason because he's crazy. So if he kills a pope or something, I had nothing to do with it. And with that, I bid you guys adieu. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I am not going to shotgun this on video. Because then it'll be like, what happened to Greg? And then it'll be like 12 of you. Be like, I was there, man. He shotgunned a beer and they killed his channel. Because YouTube is a bunch of nazizzies. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to go over there and hit that button now. And then I'm going to shotgun this beer. I think I will videotape it, though. I'll figure out where to put it. I will tell you guys where I put it. Boy, that sounded kinky. Goodbye, friends. I know you're not gone yet.